Hello and welcome to the IU NewsNet Daily. I'm Karli VanCleave.
And I'm Katrina Nickell. A shooting at a party over homecoming weekend sent 2 people to the hospital. Just before 2 a.m. on Sunday, police officers patrolling just a few blocks from IU's campus heard gunshots. They rushed to the scene to see hundreds fleeing the party in a house near South Grant Street and East Smith Avenue. Reports say there were 2 shooters, one being 23-year-old Gabriel Alsman, who was apprehended on several charges. 2 people, a 23-year-old male and an 18-year-old female, were transported to IU Health in stable condition.
We heard at least 8 gunshots down the street, and we heard people screaming, and at least 40 people ran down the street towards my house, and we looked out the windows and we knew exactly what we heard. It was gunshots, and we deadbolted the front door.
Be sure to watch IU NewsNet on Thursday for the latest updates on this incident.
Last week, a 9-year-old boy was sent to the hospital after being electrocuted near Jordan River. IU spokesperson Chuck Karli says the area is now safe, but they are still investigating the cause of the electrical shock. They say an electrical current from under the bridge shocked the boy and caused him to stop breathing. The police confirmed the boy's father started CPR, followed by an IU sophomore who continued until the paramedics arrived. The captain of IU PD says emergency response was almost immediate.
But first and foremost, I want to thank our officers because they did a fabulous job of jumping in. They didn't miss a beat, and they started CPR and used our defibrillator to try to bring the young man back to life because he was lifeless at that point.
First responders eventually used a defibrillator to revive him. Stay with us this week for updates.
The number of known deaths linked to vaping has now risen to 19. And now 2 more major retailers are banning the sales of e-cigarettes. Kroger and Walgreens are removing all e-cigarettes from their shelves amid growing health concerns. ABC News reports both companies say the decision will be enforced until there's further health research. The CDC says there have been over 1,000 lung injury cases associated with e-cigarettes and vaping. Walmart has also banned the sale of e-cigarettes just last week.
In celebration of Indigenous Peoples Day yesterday, people marched from Dunn Meadow to the Monroe County Courthouse. This year marked the first official Indigenous Peoples Day in the city. Bloomington is the first city in Indiana to name the second Monday in October Indigenous Peoples Day. At the courthouse, Bloomington City Council members presented the resolution. Organizers of the Indigenous Peoples Day March say it was a monumental day for them.
Last year it was amazing as well, but it was just a proclamation, so we knew it was temporary. This year, it's forever. It is going to be heard for generations. My children, children's children's, grandchildren's children, if they came here, would be celebrating this day.
An important thing to think about is that this is Bloomington, the city, who did this. This is not Indiana University, and we're trying to push this through at Indiana University and make the campus, make the university as a system acknowledge and recognize Indigenous Peoples Day.
Next month, IU's First Nations Educational and Cultural Center will host more events in honor of Native American Heritage Month.
Have you seen the 2,000 purple flags waving in Dunn Meadow this week? Well, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and the flags represent the number of Indiana survivors of domestic violence who were helped in a single 24-hour period last month. Many requests for services had to do with housing or child support and advocacy.
And there's another reminder of Domestic Violence Month on the trees of downtown Bloomington. The colorful hand-knitted sweaters wrapped around the tree trunks actually offer assistance to domestic violence victims. So far, the initiative has raised over $20,000. Each sweater displays the Middleway House 24/7 Help in Crisis phone number. The idea, they say, to wrap the trees to represent the type of care that's provided to survivors who come to the shelter.
IU's first ever female Nobel laureate left a permanent mark at IU and now has a permanent marker on campus. Elinor Ostrom won the Nobel Prize in Economic Sciences in 2009, becoming the first woman ever to win that award. She was honored this week by Indiana University, who placed a historical marker on campus recognizing her achievements. A statue of Ostrom will be placed next to the marker, and it will be the first statue of a woman in the history of the Bloomington campus. Students and colleagues recognized Ostrom at a ceremony, remembering her as one of the most humble people they've known.
Just a fabulous person, and when she retired, I retired. I didn't want to have another boss at IU after her. It'd be a tough act to follow. So I think this is a appropriate honor for her, and the statue is going to be great.
Ostrom's marker is the first to be placed on campus as part of IU's historical marker program, which recognizes significant people and places in the university's past.
Well, the weather is changing and so are the leaves.
And here's a look at them from yesterday. This is the Brown County leaf cam, and it updates every 15 minutes on the internet. Brown County is one of the prime spots for autumn tourists. Experts say the peak color may not arrive until early November. So if you're stuck inside and can't appreciate the changing leaves, they're only a click away at browncounty.com.
And that's all today for the IU NewsNet Daily. I'm Karli VanCleave.
And I'm Katrina Nickell. Be sure to check in next time and watch the full IU NewsNet show on Thursday. Thanks for joining.